Oh, hello Orion Bowl fans and NFL fans alike. Welcome to the Burt Locker for the NFL Part 6, I think it is now. I don't know. I should have probably checked that before I put the old camera on, but I did not. I did not check it, and so I fumbled it. Fumbled it, and it's a turnover to their team. Speaking of fumbles and turnovers, how about those New Orleans Saints, huh? Ooh, oh God, ooh, Jesus. Yeah, so anyway, basically I'm going to be looking back at what happened in week 6. Might have a quick look at what happened on Thursday. Mind you, that's what I'm going to look into on Thursday night. But, yeah, basically, this is all about fantasy NFL and the fantasy league that I'm the commissioner of. So, you know, if it's mostly for the guys in my league. So, hey guys. But feel free to watch along if you're interested in that sort of thing. So let's start off with week 6 entourage. Week 6 entourage is a good one. So we've got Joe Burrow, who is the star of the Bengals offense, and the star of the Legion, who weren't trash this week. They weren't that trash. They were all right. They did good. I think one more win and we'll see the heralded name change. The name change that's synonymous with the Legion. They go from trash to hopeful to good to Legion of Gloom, I think it was originally. I don't know, but I love the name changes. It is funny. The Johnny Drama, Pat Mahomes, straight up carrying the team just like Johnny Drama did. He's been carrying my team like 3 weeks in a row. He's been the highest scoring player. Thank you, Pat. Hashtag thank you, Pat. Hashtag don't sack Pat. Oh, that's a little Alan Partridge Alpha Papa reference there for you. So then we've got the Turtle Award going to the player who was better than expected. That has to go to Ramondre Stevenson. Took the coach's Suns to a great win. Better than expected, 21.10, contributing to the Suns' highest score this week. 123.70. That's a good score. Congratulations, Suns. Suns top of the league and topping the high scores this week. Then you've got the Ari Gold / Jeremy Piven Acting Range Award. Christian McCaffrey was one of the few highlights on Baby Got Dak's team this week. He was a winning team, don't get me wrong, but the only reason he won really is because the Colts were just not great. They weren't great. Putting up the lowest score this week, 68.32. And Baby Got Dak beat them without fielding a kicker. So they were a player down. I mean, a kicker's not exactly a power position unless you got Tucker. But still, you know, going out there and brazenly not fielding a full team and still getting the win, that's got a sting. But either way, Christian McCaffrey gets the Diverse Range Award. 69 receiving, 89 rushing. That is pretty diverse, split almost down the middle. Great stuff. Then you've got the E Award for the most terrible player. That's got to go to Isaiah McKenzie. Man, I know that he is technically wide receiver 3 in Buffalo, but good Lord, you wanted better than 0.9, didn't you? Fantasy players who decided to put Isaiah McKenzie in thinking that maybe he'll get... because the problem is, anybody on that offense who's not Stephon Diggs is just a boom or bust situation, isn't it? Gabriel Davis is either like getting 30 points or 0. Same we're seeing with Isaiah McKenzie. Those kind of players in fantasy are just a fucking nightmare because it's just like, yeah, sometimes they'll put up 30 points and they'll get you that win. But there's a lot of the time they'll put up like snake eyes, which is just, yeah, you don't want that. So, general week 6 recap. Jets. The Jets beat Green Bay in Green Bay, baby. Oh, man, am I happy with that. And, yeah, Breece Hall looked absolutely fantastic. Like, the run game is working. Like, you know, Zach Wilson is looking good. Everything, like, the Sauce Gardner's looking good. Everybody's looking good. It seems like all these draft picks are finally starting to kind of come together in... I don't want to call them a good team because I expect that this run of form will end relatively soon. But for now, it's just nice seeing the Jets play good, attractive like football. It's just fun. It's fun to watch. I'm absolutely loving it. I am fully aware that the Jets' run of form will come to an end, probably sooner rather than later. But for now, just enjoying it. 4-2, beating the Packers at home is what what more can you want? Do you know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers must be fuming with them New York teams. Do you know what I mean? He's lost to 2 of them back to back. You know what? He probably doesn't give a shit. I don't think he really cares anymore. Bless him. Anyway, the Eagles still unbeaten. I mean, they look really good. Are we looking at another Eagles Super Bowl here? I don't want to speak too soon, but I mean, like they do. I have their defense in usually. I think they're on a bye this week, but either way, good. Yeah, very solid defensively, very solid run game. Hurts has been really doing well. He's been protecting the football very well. That's important. Like, Andy Dalton, take note. To be fair to Andy Dalton, he usually protects the football quite a lot better than he did on Thursday night. I've taken a couple of shots at Andy Dalton now. And that's not me shitting on Dalton, because I rate Dalton as a quarterback. Name me a better backup. Do you know what I mean? Well, Cooper Rush, I guess. He's gone back. He's hitting the pine this week, isn't he? Hey, Cooper Rush, thanks for all the wins. Now hit the pine. Jesus Christ, guys. Brutal. Brutal, as Bill Burr would say. But yeah, it's, I suppose, look, you're spending that much money on Dak, you've got to put him in when he's healthy, haven't you? But fuck me, that's bitter. Hard to get down. Then you got, yeah, I mean, the Dolphins last week, fuck me, they can't buy a win right now. And because of that, obviously, they're in the same division as the Jets, so it always makes me a little bit happy when they lose. But one team that didn't lose was the Buffalo Bills. They stole a close one, didn't they? They stole a close one against the Kansas City Chiefs. I was really hoping they would drop that one, because then that would give the Jets better standing in their division, better chance of making the playoffs. Because, on current form, the Jets, we're hoping to make the playoffs. I haven't said that in a long time. There's not been that. By this point in the season, the Jets season is usually over. Done. But I don't know. There's something different. There's some magic in the air. Some magic in the with those young players coming in. It's good. It's good to watch. The anytime touchdown bet this week. I haven't gone for just my opponent's players, although one of my opponent's players has snuck on there. But what I have done is, obviously, Dobbins is out injured, so I'm thinking that Justice Hill, well, Kenyon Drake is probably going to get a bulk of the touches in the run game, but Justice Hill, he's probably going to split it with Justice Hill, so I've taken a real punt and put Justice Hill in for an anytime touchdown scorer. CD Lamb, he should have a good game this week against the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions do not generally play well against the wide receivers. Josh Jacobs, because he is in my opponent's starting lineup, and also he's just quite good, and he's against the Houston Texans, who are bound to let a couple of rushing touchdowns past them. At least. Carl Juszczyk, I'm putting him in to score anytime, just because obviously all the eyes are on Christian McCaffrey and the other members of the run game. That fullback, I've seen him poke himself into the end zone, that's what she said, on numerous occasions. So, 8.5, well, 7.5 to 1 there. So that really boosts the accumulator up. I mean, it's I've seen stranger things happen than that. It's a long shot, but 115.62. So yeah, 115 to 1-ish. I will take that. So then we move on to the Orion Bowl for week 7. Here's my predictions. So the Baltimore Ravens, 4-2, take on Baby Got Dak, 4-2. Someone's 4 or 2 has got to go. In fact, both of them will go, won't they? Because, barring a draw, of course, but either way, this one's already started because Baby Got Dak, they had a good night with Kyler and D-Hop. Good, not great. 27.46. It could have been a lot worse for me, that actually, because they got a lot of running touchdowns, did the Cardinals. And had they have gone to Kyler Murray, then I'd be in real trouble. But the door is still open because Olave, he got 10 points. But that's a good 10 points, though, because you've got to remember, he didn't get a touchdown. And that's what I like about Chris Olave as a fantasy player this season in the NFL. Is he is not touchdown dependent. He will put up a solid 8 points, like minimum every... And then if he stacks a touchdown on top of that, that's a bonus. But he's a safe option to just not put up a real shit the bed score. Do you know what I mean? Because that's mainly fantasy is about avoiding those avoiding getting snake eyes from a couple of players. Those boom or bust players are a real problem for fantasy. Baby Got Dak. Looks like they're trying to win for the second week in a row without a kicker. I mean, my team, they're not great, but they're not the Indianapolis Colts this year. You need to be careful, baby, got Dak. You need to be careful, because that is some swagger. That's some disrespect coming at me with that full team, thinking you can take a pop at the champ. I'm not the champ, but either way, that is disrespect. But I admire the swagger. I like the swagger, and I low-key respect that shit. I do. It's really good. So, yeah, I think, honestly, my biggest problem is the fact that you've got Chubb, Jacobs, and you've also got... Who have you got? Oh, I haven't actually... it's Kenyon Drake. That's it. Kenyon Drake. My apologies. You've got Kenyon Drake in there as well. So, yeah, from those three... You should have 60 to 80 from your running backs alone. And for that reason, I've got no chance this week. I'm giving myself the no chance in hell. Look, my team does not deserve to be in the top 3. Look at my points scored. My team are fucking trash. They're a joke. How am I in the top 3? It is complete crap. And my winning streak will come to an end this week. No, make no mistake about it. Play a kicker, don't play a kicker. I don't think it makes a lot of difference. Baby got Dak. They're getting in the win column this week. Congratulations. I've already seen the highlights, mate. It's already over. I've seen the highlights. I've bought the DVD. It's good. Anyway, team with no Namath against the San Diego Harlots. This one's going to be really fun. Someone's 3 has got to go. They're both 3-3. So you've got Namath on a 1 week losing streak. And Harlots are on a 2-game losing streak. Someone's losing streak will end. And that's the good news, guys. The good news is that one of your losing streaks is being snapped this week. That's happening. So you've got the Harlots. They're going back to Prescott. So as are the Dallas Cowboys. Against Detroit, that's a nice matchup for Dak to go back to, honestly. So... I think that should be a good one for him. Tyreek Hill versus the Steelers. The Steelers give up a lot of points to the side, out to the side. They're good at stopping stuff down the middle. Out wide, they are pretty fucking terrible this season. Tyreek Hill is a slot receiver, so he is going to put up numbers. Walker is a great pickup as well. The Chargers D cannot stop the run to save their life. So having the #1 running back in Seattle running your team, that's a good pickup. Then you've got Lamar Jackson against Cleveland. Fournette against Carolina. And Godwin against Carolina secondary. CeeDee Lamb is going to have a field day. But that's negated by the fact that the Harlots are craftily playing Dak Prescott. So any touchdown that CeeDee Lamb gets, unless he goes into the Wildcat and has an end around or something like that, and he runs it in, barring that, any touchdown that CeeDee Lamb gets, Dak Prescott gets a piece of, doesn't he? It's a little piece, just a little piece. So, yeah. Schultz, I don't know why Namath are playing him. He's dead, mate. He's dead player. 49ers D is risky as well. Too many risks on the Namath team. So, for me, the Harlots take it. The Harlots snap their losing streak. They get rid of their 3. And, they get this win. So, then you got Legion versus the Colts. The Legion of Trash versus the Indianapolis Colts. This is the trash off. The trash off. So, the Colts have Brady and Evans because they should both have a good day, really, against Carolina. So, that's a good play. Henry versus the Colts. The Colts are a dead team. Henry should put up numbers. You got Waddle. If he plays, again, he's a slot receiver. So, against the Steelers D, he's going to have a good day. Metcalf is a must start against the Chargers. Tonyan is dead. Dead player. Burrow, for the Legion, back on form. Mixon, absolutely a must start versus Atlanta. Lockett likely won't play, so keep an eye on that one, Legion. That's one to keep an eye on. Ayuk will pop off because I am playing both Kittle and Debo, so all the touchdowns will, of course, go to Ayuk. That's what's going to happen. Gesicki, dead. Dead player. Dead team. This is a battle of the dead tight ends, to be fair, because I think both of you have got dead. Tonyan's dead. Gesicki's dead. Dead tight ends. For me, the Colts win here. I don't like Monty's matchup against New England. I don't like Jones against Washington. So for me, the Colts get this one done because their matchups are marginally better, but it's going to be a close one. Gorillas versus the Suns. 2-4 versus 5-1. The Suns are absolutely killing it this year. Kamara's off to an okay start, not a great start though. Only stopped for 10. You want better than that from your elite running backs, really. Pittman should have a good night. Tucker is a guaranteed play. He's a must start. Higgins will catch whatever Chase doesn't catch. Unfortunately, Chase is on the other side, isn't he? So Etienne should pop off. Tua, who can tell? Likely some big plays in that game. I think there's probably going to be some big plays in the slots, so that could be some big numbers for Tua. Jamar Chase and Andrews, Cowboys D. Stevenson is on form as well. The Suns will continue their march to the glorious shores of Fistiana, the Orion Bowl. Anyway, that's all I've got time for this week. So those that I've picked for, prove me right. Those that I've picked against, prove me wrong. I'll see you next week.